Come on. Oh, gotta love technology or hate it. All right. What are we doing here? How do I start a space? Whatever the heck a space is. Can't I make my own space or whatever? Is anybody even gonna bother with this crap? I don't even know. No, I want to make my own space. Can I make my own space? All right. I don't know if you could even hear me. This is the first time I'm doing a space thing. But anyway, this is Steelers post game. It is 5:11 p.m. on Sunday, right after the Steelers game, the absolutely insane Steelers game. I gotta tell you, I was not going to do this because I was way too upset. And so we will try to uh, talk about the game. I am all over the place. I am still very emotional. It was an insane game. I did not think it looked many times like they were going to lose it, but the Steelers come ahead 23-20. The big questions going into the game were, how was the Steelers offense going to do? It was a newish offensive line, a new quarterback, lots of new parts. So were they going to be as bad as last year? Oh wait, am I recording this? I should be recording this. I'm sorry. I am a mess right now. I need to be recording this. All right. What's going on, everybody? It is Steelers post game. Steelers win 23-20. And as I said a minute ago, I am an absolute mess. I think all Steelers fans and Bengals fans are an absolute mess right now. My goodness. Just absolute insanity. Every time the Steelers and Bengals get together, it is absolute insanity. So let's talk about the game. Steelers win. Basically, the Steelers defense absolutely dominated. They had one of the best defensive performances of any team in many years, and yet they should have lost, could have lost, almost did lose. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay, where do we even start? Before the game, I thought the questions for the questions going into the game were, is the offense going to be good enough? Is the offensive line going to be good enough? Is Mitch Trubisky going to be good enough? I also had a question: is, will Devin Bush care? I haven't heard him too much. I haven't heard him at all. So I don't think he had a bad game. I don't think he had a good game, but he wasn't. The fact that he wasn't a total liability was weird. I thought it was very weird that Spillane was the dime linebacker. I don't know why you would have him in there. Spillane ain't it. Spillane is not who you want in there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I'm falling apart here. My goodness. So let's start. Let's recap the game. Steelers start with a 3-and-out. Of course, there was a lot of 3-and-outs in this game. And kind of looked like Tomlin actually challenged a spot on that third down. It kind of looked like Deontay should have had that, but they ruled it wasn't. So Steelers punt. Bengals start on their own 25, and first play was a sack. Second play, a pick six by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and that set the tone for the game. I said before the game that Joe Burrow did not he wasn't going to be good because he had a burst appendix and barely practiced during training camp. So what do you expect from him? So it wasn't a surprise that he was going to come out of the game or come out this game looking bad because he was hurt. So anyway, so seven. So Burrow throws a pick six to Minkah, 7-0 Steelers. Then the Bengals get the ball back. They move down the field a little bit, but it gets stalled on a sack. Lots of sacks in this game also. And McPherson drills a 59-yard field goal. And wow, McPherson, wow, that guy's never going to miss, right? Foreshadowing. Steelers get the ball back, and it's a 3-and-out. And this is basically the theme of the whole game: is the Steelers defense dominating and the Steelers offense doing nothing. It just completely inept. Barely did anything all game, and it almost cost them. Should have cost them. So the Bengals get the ball back, and and Burrow fumbles, and basically TJ Watt was looking out of this world in this game. And but Highsmith on this fumble play, Highsmith rushed him and got to Burrow, and there was a fumble, and the Steelers actually moved a little bit. There was a big pass to Freiermuth. They got to the 3-yard line, and I believe they had first and goal at the 3-yard line, and they could not punch it in. They couldn't run. They couldn't do anything on offense. So they kick a field goal. It's 10-3 Steelers. Okay. Next drive, the Bengals get the ball back, and TJ Watt blew up a run play. He absolutely destroyed, I don't know who that running back was. And then right after that, there was an interception. I think TJ got the interception too. So, I mean, at this point, the Steelers defense is absolutely dominating, but it's 10-3. And then the offense actually did something. They moved the ball well. Mitch Trubisky passed to Najee Harris and got for a touchdown. So it's 17-3 Steelers. I was like, okay, yes. 17-3 Steelers doing all right. I put in my notes, Matt Canada's offense looking good. Oh boy. I took that back. So Bengals drive again, another interception. My goodness. Steelers defense absolutely dominating, but the Steelers offense does a 3-and-out. Late in the first half, the Bengals drive to the 3, but the drive stalls. They kick a field goal, so it's 17-6 going into the half. Okay. Bengals get the ball in the second half, but it's a 3-and-out. But they kick it deep into Steelers territory. Trubisky almost throws causes a safety because he basically threw it to no one in the end zone. So that wasn't good. But anyway, Trubisky was a little bit rattled here, but it was a 3-and-out. So the Bengals get the ball near midfield. They're driving, and they score a touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. Now it's 17-14. So all of this goodwill, all of this Steelers dominating on defense, and because the offense did nothing, we're only ahead by 3. Steelers get the ball again, don't do much. They actually convert a third down, which they were terrible on third downs. Bengals got the ball. They got a 3-and-out. Steelers start midfield, so they have great field position, and the drive ends in a 48-yard Chris Boswell field goal. And they are winning 20-14. Boy, that Boswell, he is automatic. I tell you, he'll never miss. Ha ha ha. Foreshadowing. Then the so it's 20-14, and the Bengals are driving. It is a 4th and 6, and there is an interception. This is pretty late in the fourth quarter. So you're thinking, okay, great. We stopped them. All we need to do is just run out a little bit of clock. We'll be fine. Nope. They start at their 20 and basically do nothing. So the Bengals drive to the 1-yard line and are stalled again. I mean, the Steelers defense was playing out of their mind. So there's about 2 minutes left, something like that. And Steelers have the ball. Really, all they have to do is just put together one first. If they get one first down, this game is probably over. They could just kneel. Nope. They not only do they not get a first down, they don't take any time off the clock. I think 2 seconds. And they didn't even cause the Bengals to use all their timeouts. So there's about a minute 27, something like that, and the Bengals are on their own 40, and they drive down the field, and it's just the defense did so well, and they tried so hard. But when you give Joe Burrow, who is really good, and that Bengals offense that many chances, eventually it's going to go in, and it goes in, and they've a touchdown to Chase. So all they have to do is kick the extra point. And there was about 2 seconds left on the clock in the game. So he kicked the extra point. Boom, we're done. And, well, they missed the extra points. Actually, is that the time? No, that was Minka blocked the extra point. Minka was playing out of his mind this game. So now we go to overtime. It's like, okay, great. Go to overtime. Steelers get the ball. The Steelers win the toss. They get the ball. All they have to do is score a touchdown, and they win the game, according to the overtime rules. Like that was going to happen. That's very, very funny. They don't do much. And they don't score a touchdown. I believe they punt. So now all the Bengals have to do is score a field goal, and the game's over. So they're driving down the field, and I believe McPherson had like a 29-yard field goal, and he misses. Wow. So at this point, there's about 3 minutes left in the game, or in overtime or something like that. So, I mean, it's looking like a tie. And at that point, I was happy with a tie. At the end of the fourth, when Chase caught that touchdown to make it 2020, I was definitely not going to do this show because I was going to be way too upset. Also, I should note toward the end of the game, this was around the time TJ Watt got hurt, and it looked like he was saying, "I tore my pec." If that's the case, he's probably out for the season, and it's heartbreaking. Also, Najee left the game with, I believe, a foot injury or something like that, and that looked really bad. So in a short amount of time, we lose Najee and TJ Watt, and if that's the case, oh boy, we're in trouble. But the Steelers get the ball. They and they actually get into field goal range, but it was a long field goal, like 50-some yard or something like that. I think 55 yard or something like that. So Boswell, who is amazing and who is darn well automatic, makes the kick, and creates the loudest doink I've ever heard in my life. It that that ball doinked off that post. You could hear that from probably the space station or something like that. It doinked so loud. So here we go. Now there's very little time on the clock, and the Bengals have the ball, and they just have to go a little bit. They just have to go a little, just not that many. I think 20 yards, something like that, and they'll be in field goal range to make another attempt, but they don't. Burrow gets sacked near the 50. There was some confusion because he gets sacked, and then Perrine runs to, it looks like field goal range, but that the rules state that he cannot do that. So he gets sacked at the 50. Actually, he gets. I don't know what happened, I think there was a punt, and so the Steelers start kind of deep in their own territory. But Trubisky, he's doing the 2-minute offense just like in training camp, and he's actually doing well. And it's moving the ball. There was a big pass to Freiermuth. There was a big pass. At some point there was a big pass to Deontay, which he made this amazing catch. But anyway, so they get into field goal range again with almost time at the end of overtime, and this time Basel makes it, and it is 23-20, and game over. Absolute insanity. I don't know if we could survive another season. This game, I think, erased like 10 years off of all of our lives. It was absolutely unbelievable. Trubisky finishes 21 of 38 for 194 yards and 1 touchdown. Burrow finishes with 33 for 53 for 338 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And this is why fantasy football is not real football, because those are, I don't know how much you get dinged for interceptions, but 338 yards and 2 touchdowns is actually a pretty good fantasy day. But he did not have a good day, but he did do enough. Receiving, rushing wise, Chase Claypool had 6 rushes for 36 yards. That's interesting. Joe Mixon had 27 carries for 82 yards. Jamar Chase had a huge game, 10 receptions, 129 yards, and a touchdown. That dude is just amazing. Pat Freiermuth had 5 receptions for 75 yards. But what else can be said? I get this from at Jeremy247. I don't think Mitch is going to be the answer. Well, that was a big thing also, and I think that's a big story we need to look into for the season is, when's Kenny coming in? Mitch did not look good at times, but you can't really blame him, because, as I said, the question coming into the game and into the season is, will the offensive line hold up? Well, at least after one game, the answer is no. The offensive line did not look good. It is scary. It is scary, and I have a feeling the offensive line is going to derail the season just like it did last year. If TJ Watt is out for the year, which kind of looks like it, that is going to hurt tremendously. It's going to kill the defense. It's going to kill the team. And really, there's no shot at anything if TJ is not playing, and it's sad. TJ Watt is one of the best players on the planet, but just like with his brother, there are injury concerns. It seems like, there's injury concerns all the time, so that's a little scary. If Najee is also out for any significant amount of time, that actually hurts a lot too. So potentially the Steelers lost 2 of their best players this game. Mike Peters at Peters SM319 says, O-line looked like they need more help. I don't know if the Harris injury is going to be a long-term problem, but I hope not. Watt's injury will leave a big question of who steps up. Is Matt Canada the problem? Mitch looked okay besides the play call. I don't know if Kenny is the right answer right now. That's a question about Matt Canada. Is it his play calling? I don't know. I mean, there was a 3rd and long play, and they're doing like a dump off or something like that. Was that what the play was designed? It's the same thing we see all the time for years with the Steelers offenses. You have like 3rd and 15 or something like that. And you throw a 5-yard pass. Here's a crazy concept. Why don't you try to go for the first down? So we will see. I'm just completely spent. Tomorrow I talked to my buddies Leanne at Hollywood Loman and Allison Kohler, and we will talk more about this game. I'm sure there will be lots coming out about this game tonight and tomorrow. Lots of analysis, and we will see. But this was absolute insanity. It was great to come out with a win. I don't know how we feel about the Steelers for the rest of the season. Like I said, if TJ Watt is hurt, we're in trouble. Their next game is home to the Patriots on September 18th at 1:00. So I think that's a win, because I don't think the Patriots are that good. And then the next game after that is at the Browns. I think that's also a winnable game. And then I think the next game after that is versus the home to the Jets. So potentially, maybe, possibly, the Steelers could start the season 4-0, which would be insane. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. And yeah, that's it. We're out.